Wow, Sony had an amazing E3 this year. They didn't mess around with people talking on stage that much at all. It was all just trailers after trailers of incredible looking games. I think we can all agree that Sony dominated in the exclusive games for console this year, but enough about the standard games. Let's take a look at what Sony delivered for us PSVR gamers. It's honestly an exciting lineup. First up is Superhot. It is an FPS game with a twist. Time only moves when you move. This creates some very cinematic moments that are very reminiscent of the Matrix movies. I played the original version of Superhot a while back on the PC, and it was a thrilling and unique take on the FPS genre. Now that we are going to be able to play it in VR, shooting an enemy and then grabbing their falling gun in midair is going to feel incredible. It's going to take the game to a whole new level. The game is challenging but fair. When you get shot once, you're dead and have to restart from the beginning of the level. It's not too bad though, because the levels are not that long. Some of them can even be completed in under a minute. It really is a fun game, and I'll definitely be getting it when it releases this summer. Doom's coming to the PSVR. Its official name is Doom VFR. It's a standalone game with a new story set shortly after the demonic invasion on the UAC's research facility, and oddly claims to have puzzle solving. I hope it's not too heavy with the puzzles though, as that was never really what Doom was about. It was all about the fast-paced shooting and over-the-top gore. The shooting is still here, I just hope the puzzles don't break the action up too much. The movement has slowed down when compared with the other Doom games, but that's understandable, considering you would most likely get motion sickness. I've been a Doom fan all my life, and now that I'm going to be able to stand in front of the demons virtually, I'm not sure whether to be happy or scared. I'm pretty sure the fear will disappear when I have the BFG in my hands. This next game is being created by Supermassive Games, the talented guys that gave us a frightening experience Until Dawn Rush of Blood. The game is called Impatient and is a prequel set 60 years prior to Rush of Blood. You begin in an asylum and have no idea who you are. You have to piece together who you are by questioning the characters you meet along the way. When you are spoken to, you are able to respond using your own voice, which is something I hope more developers embrace with the VR, considering now voice recognition is becoming more reliable. Unlike Rush of Blood, this game will be focusing more on psychological horror, rather than jump scares every few seconds. There is no release date yet, but I will look forward to hearing more of how the game actually plays. I just hope this time there isn't any stupidly big spiders. I hate spiders and they need to stop appearing in our PSVR games! The next game is just what the PSVR needs, and is something I've been hoping to see for a while now. Sparc is a one-on-one ball throwing and dodging competitive game. I can already imagine that the depth on the balls is going to look amazing as they come hurtling towards you. You can also bet each match will be quite intense, especially as only 2 people play at one time, and you can have people spectating your game. No pressure on winning much with a real audience viewing your actions. It also has customization features, so you can really show off how good of a player you are by what you're wearing. It releases in the 3rd quarter of this year, and if you like the looks of it, I've left a link in the description where you can sign up to try and get into the beta of the game. A new puzzle adventure game is heading our way. Moss is a charming little title where you control a mouse from an elevated viewpoint. You also control parts of the environment by pushing them and pulling them to create new routes for the little fella to traverse. He may be little, but he still seems to pack a punch with the combat system in the game. There's a clip in the trailer where you can see yourself as a floating mask in a river's reflection. Being able to see yourself always immerses you that much more in a VR title, and seeing yourself as something new is always a magical experience. To help you immerse you even more in this world, the music is done grandly and really suits the style of game well. This game really reminds me of Wayward Sky, but it appears to have a lot more gameplay elements. You'll be able to join this mouse on its adventure, Holiday 2017. There is so many great games coming to the PSVR. Join me again in part 2 to see the final lot of games that have been announced.